I'm Amontaine Aurore, and I will be reading from my story, Yes, Ruby, There is a Black Santa Claus. That night, I had a vivid dream. One of those dreams that don't seem like a dream. I had gone into the kitchen looking for Mother, but didn't find her. From outside, I heard somebody singing. I looked out the window and saw a black Chevy Impala SS427 swoop down from the sky and land on our roof. I recognized the make and model because it was just like the one my uncle had recently bought. Suddenly, the refrigerator door swung open and out came Black Santa, doing the hully-gully and singing a song that had a funky James Brown backbeat. Man, was he dapper. His skin was coal black, making the red of his suit really pop. He did a kind of runway walk, strutting his stuff across the kitchen floor. A green sack of goodies hung over his one shoulder and a glistening sword of truth over the other. He handed me the sack, prompting me to open it. I reached in and pulled out the powder blue dress with the puffy sleeves, just like the one I had been begging Mother for. I reached in again and found a hardbound first edition of the autobiography of Malcolm X. Black Santa gestured for me to open the front cover. The inscription read, "Yes, Ruby, there is a Black Santa Claus." Signed El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. Black Santa winked. There was more.
Hi, I'm Alexis. It is my delight to spend some time with you. I am excited to share with you a song I have written based on reading the short story, Yes, Ruby, There is a Black Santa Claus. I first will say, I hope I do not mispronounce the name of the author, and if I do, I greatly apologize, and I hope I get to meet the author one day so they can correct me in person. But this wonderful story was written by Amontaine Aurore. Thank you for sharing such beautiful art with us. I really appreciated hearing about the author's experience with finding out they had such a deep, rich sense of identity that was potentially available to them, and finding out there was a character that shared physical representation with them, only to hear that within their own very community, it was just simply not accepted because that's just not what they believed in, and it did not fit the norm nor the passed down beliefs of those people. I think that happens even now in a lot of situations. And as I read through that story, I thought about the demographic of a lot of different people in different groups who sometimes get picked out as really great at some things, but then dismissed in ways that are really not fair. And so my song would really like to bring a little attention to some of the ways that society tends to pick and choose what it wants from certain cultures, ethnic groups of people, and then try to get rid of the actual people. That's not okay. We have amazing heroes of color all throughout history that we rarely hear about, either because who they are was co-opted by someone else, usually for the purpose of money or power, or we just never hear about it. They don't get enough notoriety, or they're even suppressed. The sad part is we live in a society where many groups get marginalized into certain types of roles and never get seen in other kinds of roles. We've barely managed to get African American superheroes. But the Marvel movie that just came out recently was the first time I saw someone who is an Indian hero in a major film. Hopefully, we will continue to do better as time goes on. But my song today specifically makes reference to just how many times groovy folks catch their groove, only to find out somebody's over there doing that groove to make some extra money, and then took something that belonged to them. Oh well. You know what they say though. It was never, about any other reason. Well, I know one thing. I ain't never seen no actual purple person. Despite how often people say that little phrase of, it wouldn't matter to me if you were purple. I love myself, spots and all. And it seems to me like a few people would love even the spots I don't like. I hope you enjoy my song. I'll see you next time.
Can it truly be the me that's so full of pride when every time I see my history, it's been washed on the side. Greatness does exist in the soul, but you don't answer my call unless you're the face of the round, or don't wanna be the fall down. You're perfect for the magazine.
On the back,
You just need to change something.
based on tag,
You can be urban girl 1 or 2.
that's your light.
At Fedora escort, play your role.
Do what's right. For me,